So you start a podcast to try to capitalize on modern parasociality. You think people would like it if they knew who you were, but they don't know who you are. So you make a podcast so they can know who you are, but they need to know who you are in order to like the podcast. So you're fun times. Oh God, you can't swear in the first minute of the YouTube video.
I'm glad you like that so much.
You haven't missed yet.
That's good to hear.
I'm hoping this thing has the legs to go, many, many episodes. So we'll see if you can keep it up. But
wring me dry.
So far, very good, because I thought that's what you were.
I was actually going to sing that,
and
then realized I can't sing that yet.
Yeah, stick around, ladies and gentlemen. You might hear some
for about 30 more seconds, right? That's the rules. Do they change it? I don't know.
I say we have a moment of silence for 30 seconds and then just start swearing like crazy.
I would find that funnier if it wasn't actually something we did in the first episode or two.
Yeah, that was good. That was very good. You're very talented. I've always said this about you. Something I've always said about you. You're very talented.
I don't want to smile so much at that.
At jingles.
Well, you saying I'm very talented, but I do really want people to think that.
Of course.
And say that.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this exact thing. But the problem is, people have to know who we are to listen to the podcast.
Right.
But if you got it, there's a paradox there.
And it's much harder to make an album. I am going to try to make well, I shouldn't say I'm going to try to make an album this year. What I'm going to try to do is create and distribute enough material, enough songs that you could stick it into an album. The practice is going to be every single day you do something. And also this thing of, God damn it. I was trying to go one episode without bringing up Dan Harmon again. I need to make a Dan Harmon segment, I guess. But
probably should at this point. Or just kiss him.
He was
already
talking about writing and like, you want to be a writer because you love TV or you love books or you love whatever, blah, 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 that it is fueled by writing, that where writing is the engine of it. You love this thing, you want to write. So you go, I'm going to write the best thing. And then every time you try to write, you go, this is not the best thing. This is shit. This sucks. This is garbage. I'm not a great writer. And you don't write.
Right.
And this is a thing that I have suffered from a lot in the last couple years. But he says, like, which I'm not.
And this is Dan Harmon.
Yes, I'm not going to go this far with it. But he says, like, write something to prove you're not a good writer. Just fucking write the thing.
Do we have a jingle coming up?
Yeah, we do have a jingle. Thank God.
It's that special time again, baby. Surely you know what time it is.
They know what time it is.
It's gotta be time for...
I don't know what time it is.
Taylor's Top.
Oh, it's me! Oh, nice. All right. Hey.
Yeah.
My top 5 of the week is top 5 birds. I'd like to give some honorable mentions, if I may.
Of course.
An honorable mention is the Seahawks, which I think is technically something.
A bird?
Well, it is a bird, but I think it's known as something else. I should have written it down. But also my favorite football team. But they suck right now, so that's why they're in the honorable mentions. If they were in the playoff picture, they might be number one. Peacocks. And I'm doubling up on that one. No.
Damn.
Doubling up on that one.
This
I love
is
the
gonna
beautiful.
Be a tight fucking
It's
line.
gonna be a tight 5. Peacocks are beautiful. Also, the streaming service has The Office, 30 Rock. So a lot of really cool things going on with Peacock. And then the owl didn't make the top 5, but I like the owl. I like the owl. Very close.
Damn, the
very
owl.
close. I know. I like the owl.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
I'm riveted. I
Okay.
mean, I can't wait.
Look, coming in at number 5, we have the chicken. Very versatile bird.
Okay.
While they're alive, you can fight them in rings for money. They will give you eggs, and when they're dead, they're a delicious meat. I thought that deserved a spot in the top 5. Very versatile bird. Coming in number 4, we have the emu. It's big. It's fast. It's strong. It's a bird that you want on your side.
Damn it, Taylor.
It's
I
a
gotta
bird
give
you
the
want.
credit.
And
This is a tight 5.
it's a bird you want, right? Look, maybe the owl is cooler, but you want the emu. You want him to know you put him in your top 5 birds, so he's on the
You
squad.
don't want to get fucked with.
No,
by
of course
an
not.
emu.
Right. Number 3, we have the bald eagle, mainly just because I'm a patriot. I'm proud to be an American. Seemed like it fit right in that
Well, at
3
least
spot.
I know I'm free.
Yeah. My number 2 bird
All right.
is going to be the emperor penguin.
These are excellent choices.
You're not going to like number 1.
I still wish the owl was in there. I won't lie.
The owl should have been. I mean, can you put it?
It's a
can
top
you put
5. It's a top
Which one are you
5.
putting it up above so far? So we have the chicken, and I can see it above the chicken, but the chicken serves so many purposes.
Chicken is not a great bird.
It's
in
not
and
a
of
great
itself,
bird necessarily, but
in
yes.
relation to human beings,
It's a good bird.
It's maybe the most useful bird.
yeah, we have the emu, who is funny in those commercials.
That's a great choice.
Then you have
I
the-
hate him in the commercials. Give me a real fucking emu.
that's right.
I love a real emu.
An eagle. So if you're not a patriot, maybe put an owl.
But eagles are cool as shit, though.
Eagles are very cool. Every time I see an eagle still, I mean, I've seen so many, I'm like, there's an eagle. I point to whoever's next to me and I say, let's take a moment. Let's say the
And you
Pledge
mean
of
a
Allegiance.
bald eagle.
Oh, yeah, bald
Yeah.
eagle. I have bald. I think I said bald eagle.
I
too.
guess actually I would probably put an owl at number 1 based on this list. But I don't think I'd move the list around. I think it's a really solid list.
It's a great bird. It was, I mean, it made the,
Honorable mention.
yeah. So we have the same top. In fact, you're going to have the same maybe top 5 as mine because you're not going to like number 1.
Okay.
I'm excited for you to hear it. So number 2, we have the emperor penguin. Beautiful bird, tough bird, in the cold all the time. I've never heard him complain. It's a nice bird, right? The
Right.
men, they sit on the eggs. Very kind of them. The women are just out. I don't
It's
know what
like
they
if
do.
you combined the regal attitude that the Nazis were going for with the survival capability of the gypsy Jews in a bird.
And then put them in Antarctica.
Saying it's an excellent bird.
And you're going on record of saying it's excellent because half of it is German Nazi.
No. I'm saying that you're taking the best aspects from both.
Well, they were trying to do something honorable in the beginning.
I don't know, actually.
Probably
I don't know
not.
a lot about Nazi history. My mom made me watch this fucking movie about some preacher shit. Whatever. We don't have to talk about that.
So I
Guys,
like the
come
penguins.
on,
Oh, come on. Hey, we're going to number 1. Let's go.
Nazis are bad, obviously.
Of course, Nazis are bad. This is
Obviously
the funniest
they're bad.
podcast you've ever heard. We're just making jokes.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean-
just being silly.
Just being silly boys.
The Jews were the good guys in that scenario, you know.
Yeah.
Come on.
America was the real good guy. Jews were the oppressed.
I don't know. A lot of Nazi gold.
Number 1. I like the Emperor Penguin because...
America is always equally a good and bad guy.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not equally. I guess it depends on which country you're from. Sorry.
That's all right. Do penguins mate for life, right? Emperor penguins, these are serial monogamists. Yes. Nice.
Yeah, there's something really beautiful about that.
It's nice.
Okay,
How
so
can they
you
tell
can
each other
see what
apart,
I'm saying.
though?
They're like, this is the way that the thing should be run, you know?
Yeah. Give me
Yeah.
10 penguins.
There's a strictness to them.
I mean, it's good. They can tell each other apart. That's nice. I would use that if I was a penguin to have an affair. Like, I swear, I thought it was you. Are you kidding me? It was your sister? I didn't even know. How could I tell?
But it's a seal. I like big women.
What can I say? Coming in number 5, my top 5 birds is Larry Bird. Greatest white athlete, at least basketball player of all time. Somebody I always looked up to as a white basketball player. He set the tone. He really set the tone for us.
Oh, my God. That's like you're saying Larry Bird as a kid, because basketball was important to you, is like made you feel like represented.
I could do it.
That's so hysterical.
I didn't end up doing
That's
it.
so funny. You
Yeah.
ever think about the inverse of that?
Like a black kid liking LeBron James, Michael Jordan.
Well, the NBA or the NFL is arguably the only area, because let's coin this as the Larry Bird effect.
Mm-hmm.
This is a way for white people to empathize with how black people have felt. I'm sorry.
Left out, ostracized.
I'm not going to give you
not
the
good
last
enough.
5 years, black people, just because there's a lot of black
You've
people
had it
on
good
TV
in the
now.
last 5 years. Better, arguably. Percentage-wise, very
Only
good.
for 5 years. But
No, I'm not saying... Look, I would like to publicly come out
this is a
against
disaster.
slavery and the Holocaust. We would like to come out...
Slavery is bad. The Holocaust is bad.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we haven't checked off?
The Japanese prison camps.
That's right. I forgot about
I
those.
sort of have mixed feelings about those.
No, but
ones.
that is kind of incredible in a way that it would mean anything to you that it's a white guy. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. He was
Especially
my
as a
favorite
kid.
player of all time as
Yeah,
a
because
child.
he's white.
Yes. I liked his game too. You know, he's
His
this
game
farm
is good.
guy. He's
his game is good.
So you're going. I mean, of course, Larry Bird doesn't mean anything to you. You're going owl number
I'm
one.
impressed. I'm impressed with somebody who is genetically inferior.
Well, sure, but you're going owl one.
You know,
I'd like to hear
shining.
you're going owl one on your top 5 birds. Is that where we landed on your top 5?
Yeah, I would replace Larry Bird with a bird. A good bird.
What's Larry Bird?
Um,
Look, I didn't
you
say
know,
top 5 flying animals. I said top 5
Could
birds.
you do top 5 whites sometime? Because
I was
feel
going to do that when
he
I got to
should
number
be
1.
in top 5 whites,
Yes.
maybe number 1.
He might. It's close. I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. Michael Phelps is
There's
out
a
there.
lot of great whites.
Great white. The great white shark. Fantastic white.
But you're sticking to sports.
I guess I could do top 5 white athletes. Otherwise, it's just opening it
might
up.
need
You know,
to
you got
get-
George Washington, Abraham
You're
Lincoln.
right. It's hard to
Donald
decide
Trump,
how
obviously.
specific you should get.
Yeah.
I love that Trump at his rallies, was playing that song where it's like,
I
mean,
think
it's
he
like a
walked
rock
out like a
song version
minute
of
too
the
soon because he's just he was at the podium for like 2 minutes. Like,
because that song rips.
yeah.
I'm not a jingoist,
No, it's a great
but
song.
the feeling it evokes
Yes.
is just like powerful.
Oh, man.
I love too that he also plays YMCA. Because the contrast. I mean, Trump is not anti-gay.
No.
He is not officially. There's a clip of him on The Apprentice where he's like,
I love. Did everybody else know he was gay?
yes.
And look, that's fine.
Can we watch that?
I'll give a anecdote while we're doing this about
so
I'm proud to be an
good.
American. The night Trump won, I thought it'd be fun. I woke my wife up. She had went to bed. We didn't find out until probably midnight. I stood on the end of our bed and I'm proud to be an American. She was not happy because I didn't stop for legitimately 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
Over and over. I thought it'd be funny. And I'm not taking a political stance on this. Look.
It's not that you were
it's
excited.
Funny. I thought it was funny. I like that he was at the podium waiting to speak for 2.5 minutes looking around as I'm proud to be an American kept playing. It was pretty good.
All right, I want to just go to Marcus. I want you to tell me what's going on with this team. Why'd you lose, Marcus?
Where do I begin?
Who do you think caused your loss, Marcus?
I think primarily, the situation they brought up with Clay.
What did you think of Clay's performance?
I thought Clay, he exposed homosexuality as an issue that, to me, it was a bit much for the crowd.
You brought out homosexuality?
He kept talking about slapping the ass.
Are you a homosexual, Clay?
I am. Yes, Mr. Trump, I am.
No, is that true?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But
Marcus, did you know that Clay was gay?
Yes, I did. When we first...
Did everybody know this?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
He let
Because
people
I didn't
know
know
in the
it.
beginning.
So you don't find Oliver very attractive then? Right?
No, I mean,
And you don't find Felicia very attractive?
they're beautiful women, but they're not my thing.
All right. That's why they have menus in restaurants, I like steak. Somebody else likes spaghetti. That's why they have menus in restaurants. It's a great world.
He's trying so hard. That is the 45th and 47th president of the United States.
Also, look, if you are gay and you're anti-Trump, there's nothing wrong with being either of those things, okay? But I do just want to say, as a human being, you have a grandparent, you have, like this guy, when that's recorded even, what, 60s?
That video? Wait.
Yeah. He might be in his 60s.
Oh,
in that
I
video?
thought you were
Trump.
saying the 1960s. I was like, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, probably in his 60s. What is he? Early 80s now ish.
Yeah.
So
yeah. He's an old guy.
It's not quite the same as it is in
Look, and
about to be 2025.
I'll
Probably
grant-
2025 when this episode comes out.
I'll grant you too. He probably hadn't thought of the menu analogy back when he was in his
of course
20s.
not.
It was probably a little.
I think
different
he's
than
thought
that.
of it on the spot. He likes to weave.
That
Great
did not
weaver.
feel like it on the spot to me. That felt like it's like it's his idea of being accepting, being loving, and I honestly
It seemed
think
like he was trying.
to his credit, like
Yeah.
if you're a gay guy that hates Trump, I think you should at least give him the credit that it's like he's trying.
Yes,
you know
of
what
course.
I mean?
Yeah.
He's not being.
I feel like
mean
everybody,
or-
like,
he's
20
not
years
making
ago-
a joke out of it. I mean, it is a joke because
Well, it's
him.
funny now. Yeah.
It's him. Doing
Everybody,
it,
20 years ago is probably giving the same. Like, he's clearly uncomfortable, but he doesn't want it to come across like he's uncomfortable.
No, he's trying.
Did
he's being
everybody know he
careful.
was gay?
He's being careful
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah.
But he is trying to be warm. I mean, I think it should be endearing about Trump that he is a guy, regardless of his brash, sort of, insensitive whole shtick. At the same time, every now and again, he's Michael Scott.
Yes, right.
He's trying to be a good person.
He just doesn't quite.
And it's as close as he's going to get.
Yeah.
So
He's an 80-year-old
maybe
man.
that makes him evil, but I don't think
No,
so. I
no,
think
no,
that
no.
makes him sweet in that way.
Yeah. I mean, it is Michael Scott. That's a perfect analogy for it. Because he's, he says things that are extremely inappropriate and
Yes.
insensitive.
Yes.
Not trying to even do it.
Like trying to do the opposite.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. So, yeah, Michael Scott or Donald Trump is Michael
I like
Scott.
too, though, that he had to clarify in his analogy that he's 100% straight. He's
Yeah.
like, I like steak.
Yeah.
Some
Right.
other guys, they
Yeah.
might like spaghetti.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
You're like, steak is not gay For sure.
There's nothing gay about steak.
I like steak. Yeah. I mean, it's meat.
Unless
so.
it's a bowl.
A steak bowl?
Would you feel gay if you ate a steak you found out it was from a bowl?
Oh, a bowl. No.
Would that make you feel gay?
No, unless it was the bull's penis, I'd be fine, I think. Also, I'd try a bull's penis. Give it a try. It's hearty, it's meaty, it's throbbing, probably. Top 5 whites is... That would be hard. Because in history, up until the last 5 years...
In white history, we should say specifically.
Yes.
White history. Because there's other places where the people are not white.
Yeah.
Where white people are not... You know.
Robert E. Lee probably in the top 5.
So you're digging a hole on purpose.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably... Maybe we'll push through the other side by doing that.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Well,
want to be
it's so
scared.
ridiculous. No, it's ridiculous for anyone to think that we are actually racist when making jokes.
I think it's fair for people to think we're racist if they think we're racist. But I mean, I would say they were wrong.
Of course they're wrong.
Maybe this is
I have
my
a lot
racism.
of black friends, so
this is
I'm
my
not
degree of
racist.
racism is like depending on their race, I might give them more credit or less credit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if a white chick
Oh my! Don't
tells me,
What if this
"You're
white chick
racist?" I'll be like,
has-
"What the fuck?" I mean, if she can explain it to me how it's racist, if she
Yes.
can demonstrate it, then that's fine. But
yeah. And this doesn't
but
help
if
my
it-
case,
but
but
if it
I
was
was
a-
told by a white woman that I was racist because of some of the jokes that I had made.
well, they're playing off of racist stereotypes.
Yes, they're not racist. Also, I'm not a racist.
I would say that they're mildly racist, but here's the thing: is like
It's a
because
comedy show.
racist. Yes, and this is the thing with like racist. Now it's become this category where it's like this guy doesn't deserve to eat food anymore or make money. He should die. We should kill him. And we should string him up. And there are racists where that's definitely the case.
Yes.
I think like if you're going to get serious about solving racism, though, you can't have an attitude of, oh, this person's ignorant about my situation, therefore they're evil, they're a bad person.
Yeah.
That's actually how racists think.
Yes.
So
I mean, it's exactly what you're saying about, like, I'm not giving any weight to the opinion of a
Right.
liberal white woman
Right.
who was saying that my joke about black guys liking big white women is racist. Because it's
Yeah.
not. Because I mean, I told you this off camera. I've had multiple black comics come up and tell me that's one of their favorite jokes they've heard.
Yeah.
And they actually are black guys who know me as a person and knows that I'm not racist. If I think if I was actually racist, I'd be scared to make jokes about race.
Yeah, entirely. You wouldn't want to even come close to it because it might slip out somehow
Right,
in
yeah.
conversation. Or
Throw a little N in
otherwise.
there accidentally. You know?
No, I think it's like we live in a culture where everybody has to have these jobs where, I mean, either you're going to be like a dirt person, like a construction worker, where nobody gives a shit if you make racist jokes, or even if you actually are legitimately racist, or you're going to be in this kind of middle class, like the perception of what you are is more important than actually what you
That's
provide
nonsense.
as a person. And
Well, sometimes
Scared me a little bit.
it's okay.
I saw it
When you're
coming and I
feeling
still
real
got a little fright.
you gotta let everybody know you got the motherfucking blues.
This is it's kind of apropos.
Yes.
That's really funny. That worked out. That's
And sometimes you gotta tell people about your blues, get it off your chest. Two white guys, what are the blues? What are the blues for white guys? Oh, we'll find out. So
And this is a surprise to me.
I did not coordinate this. I mean, I made the jingle.
I'm saying
wow, wow,
blues.
Blues. I'm saying I had no intention of what I'm assuming is about to happen is we are going to be singing our blues.
Oh, we should do that for sure. We should do that for.
I thought that's what we were doing. I thought I was going to start to hit you with a banana.
That's a great idea. We should definitely do that.
When I was a young boy, by the age of 5, my dad said, "You're not gonna make it out alive." My dad called me a lot of bad names, so hopefully he doesn't watch this. Now I could probably beat him up. So say hello to my fist.
No.
That's it. It's off the cuff. I thought we were gonna be singing the blues.
You know what's funny about it?
Why don't you hit me with some blues? No.
We're singing about the blues.
No.
I'm upset.
No.
People told me I shouldn't deconstruct the podcast while I'm on the podcast.
No.
And I'm a white guy.
No.
Turns out what the white guy blues are.
No.
Complaining about people thinking that you're racist.
No. That's pretty good. Was that the end, or do you have another line?
No.
Okay, what was your intention behind this?
Well, I was
jingle?
wondering if we could share something that actually did make you blue. Something that made you feel sad or just down in general.
It's getting heavy. You made this jingle. I think you have something. You go first while I think of something. And I will contribute, so.
Do have something. And I'm a little worried about talking about it, but
Okay.
there's a theme throughout my life.
Mm-hmm.
There's a theme. One of the themes is that people don't understand or appreciate me.
You.
Yeah. It's either that they don't understand me or that they don't appreciate me by being unwilling to understand me. There's this thing where, and it's not that I'm so great. It's not that I'm good or should. It's not that I deserve. It's not that I'm always right, that people should always agree with me
I don't think
whatever.
you're saying that, yeah.
There's this thing, though, where when I express myself completely genuinely and I tell a person how I feel, if it doesn't fit in to their system of ideas, they chalk it up to me coping, justifying, making excuses, and being a mouthpiece for the devil.
Wow.
So, recently...
Okay, we have an example, yes.
Well, so this kind of doesn't have anything to do with it conceptually, but emotionally, this is what set me up.
Tell me.
For kind of getting stuck in a rut where I was thinking about this for a while.
No.
There's an old lady that I'm connected to out of.
Well, I would just like you to know that they can hear everything. You said there's a lady that I'm connected to.
We're connected through marriage. We're connected legally.
Mm-hmm.
And this old woman has done very nice things for me and done very good things for me and particularly my wife and for both of us as a couple and yada, 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 yada.
Sure.
She always makes a point every time she sees me. She makes a point to ask me about how my music is going.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
No, it's not nice. It's pretending to be nice so I can't say anything like, why the fuck are you bringing this up, without seeming like a freak. It's a manipulation tactic. That's the story I'm sticking to.
I don't know. I think
it's
you're giving
literally happening right now. And yes, I am pontificating about how somebody else thinks and feels, okay?
An old lady asks you how your music is going, and you think, how dare you? Does she say it with a way about it?
There is a way about it.
Okay, well, I didn't know there was a way about it, so all right.
It's my wife's grandmother.
Yeah, I think everybody was there 5 seconds after you started this.
So there's this thing where she always asks me how my music is going, and that's fine because there's no good answer. Because when I've told her and people like her in the past, oh, we had a gig. Oh, how much did you make? Oh, $800. Oh, that's not enough. That's what it always is.
That question is extremely inappropriate.
Well, so
to ask how much you made.
what I'm trying to say is that this lady only asked me how my music is going, not because she gives a shit about my music or
She
what I'm
cares
trying
about
to
her granddaughter getting taken care of.
do. Yes, and money.
Yeah, well,
Which,
yeah, they go
look,
hand in
fair
hand.
enough, because I am an idiot. I am doing something stupid with my life from a crunch the numbers point of view. Okay, fair enough.
She also has,
But
to play devil's advocate, I'm on your side, but she, like Trump, has such a generational gap from anything that, like, somebody's pursuing music.
I'm not willing to grant her this because she's nice about other things that she doesn't understand as long as it makes money. She doesn't understand what my brother does for a living at all, but it makes him lots of money. So she's like, amazing.
Okay.
So I tell her, oh, I'm just working on recording stuff right now. We're not really playing out and about. But I went, okay, maybe I'm not giving her enough credit. I'll just tell her about what I've been doing recently. Just to genuinely answer the question, what's been going on with your creativity, you little bitch? Which is...
Well, I hope you didn't tell her about the podcast.
We started a podcast. So I told her...
One day she's going to be
I
like,
started a
man, I kind
podcast."
of want to hear one of those episodes.
Hey, I mean, honestly, it'd be a nice way to get to tell her, because I'm afraid to tell her things like this to her face, or anybody things like
Yeah,
this
she
to
doesn't
their
have much
face,
time
because I
left.
don't want to damage relationships. And this is
course
not that. I'm not using this as a medium to do that. I'm using this as a medium to express myself.
Tell your blues.
So-
That's exactly what this is for.
Thank you. So I'm not even going to get to the point at this rate. But I told her, oh, I'm making a podcast, kind of like an internet radio show, whatever. She says, oh, do you get paid for it? And I go, oh, no, it's just for fun, And, of course, she goes, oh, and makes sure to look at everybody else in the room to be like, isn't that so sad?
Oh, she's hitting a Jim Halpert.
Oh,
on
she was really digging it in, but it was very quick. It's a quick moment. But
Yeah.
this has been preceded by years,
Of course.
of how's your music going?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we had a wedding. We made $1,500. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many do you have a year? Oh, 3. Yeah.
All right, I'm so much on your side
You're
now.
bad. Anyway,
And the last thing was ad-libbed by
so this is
you,
not
but-
conceptually, this doesn't have to do with it, but I was emotionally, I was a little fucked up, and we're sitting at this table and we're playing some stupid board game, and I brought up this thing that I do see a lot in church, which is that when somebody is struggling and they're not doing well, arguably when they're at their most severe and they need support more than anything,
Yeah.
that is generally when churches and members of that church actually distance themselves,
Right.
or cut people off. And I thought I think it's really hypocritical.
Definitely is.
And I was talking about that, and the other moms jump in because everybody's a church person. The other moms jump in and, oh, that's not all churches, and it's like, yes, of course it's not all churches.
It's not all churches, but
And and then my mom says something about how, well, that's a lie from the enemy, and that's be careful that you're not being a mouthpiece from the devil. And it's like, I'm trying to tell you how I feel, and you're telling me, oh, well, you only feel that way. You don't tell me how I'm feeling or thinking is incorrect.
Yeah.
You ascribe my motivation to some fucked up source as a way of circumventing having a conversation with me.
Yeah.
And this has happened all throughout my life. There's one distinct moment when I was 16 years old. I was made to talk to the pastor of our church because I'm transitioning into young adulthood. And I need to make sure I have my ducks in a row and whatever. And this guy asks me across a coffee shop table, what do you want to do? Like, what are you going to do? And I told him, well, I want to make beautiful music. I want to create something where when people experience it together, they can they can encounter God almost in this sense of like that I can instill like a sense of faith for truth and beauty and love and God through trying to convey something that beautiful. That's what I'm aiming for, you know? And I told him that, and he said, are you sure that's not just you wanting to be famous? Like, if you really wanted to make music for God, why aren't you trying to be a part of a worship team? You know? So that's my blues. It's just this thing of nobody is willing to try to understand because how I genuinely feel does not jive with their system of ethics or philosophy or whatever you want to call it. And so instead of listening to me like a human being, I'm just thrown into this category of wayward. Because it's not even that I'm incompetent. It's that my motivation, my heart is in the wrong place. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe you can point that out to me, but in how it's in the wrong place, but I'm just trying to tell you how I feel, and in return you're saying you feel the way that the bad guy feels or something.
I hear that. Yeah, I don't like it when sometimes my kids don't listen to me. It's pretty tough. I felt like you just hit us with something so heavy and I have nothing to... I'll try to make it quick. Seems like something's coming up.
Yeah.
I don't like it when, well, it's mainly my fault, I think. People don't hold themselves to the same standard that I hold myself to. I think that's annoying. I did hear some good advice when I was getting married. It was, you can't be upset at somebody for not meeting your expectations if you don't tell them your expectations. But also, when people do know my expectations and I'm holding myself to the standard and then they don't meet the standard, that makes me upset.
Yeah.
Also, when I was 16, I'm just kidding. You had
It's okay. I'm sorry.
I was trying to listen to you and come up with something, and that's the best I
Well, thank you
got.
for listening. Honestly, I'm very glad to get it off my chest.
I felt like you needed it.
I didn't.
I felt like you added that jingle.
I was so
because you
close to
needed it.
writing a poem. It was bad.
It's
That
time
would have
to
been bad.
fucking rap battle!
I thought we were going to wrap this up. We got pizza waiting. Come on.
It's your turn to rap. In this rap battle, let's kick things off with T motherfucking
I have to start?
baby.
Yeah, I'm glad we're going in. It's time. You see me with the spin on your girl. She likes it when I go in. On your man, he likes it when I go in the back door, in the side door. Get your girl in my car, shit you once more. Frank sitting over here, man. I'm glad the seat is so heavy because it couldn't hold him up if it wasn't. Yeah, he's fat and
Oh
he's
shit, it's my turn, and Taylor didn't really rep against me. But whatever, I'm just still gonna go in on you.
because you envy.
Taylor, what a failure. I don't savor any of your flavor. You're a fucking faggot. Tragic masturbatory faggot.
T-Not.
Okay, I didn't know how long it was gonna be. So now you're gonna see me, cause I'm the MC. Only thing you can see is not your toes, because your fat ass can't even touch your toes. And I rhyme toes with toes, but you don't even knows anything, man. You can't even step on a scale without it being over the weight. It's only a 300-pound limit.
Oh shit, do what you can. Yeah, I'm the man. Probably have a short lifespan, but that's alright. I'm feeling the mic tonight, and I'm gonna rap against you. You are bad, and you're bad.
rap battling. Let's go.
I guess I'll start. My man Frank, man, he is a star. And he goes so far in this game of music. He's so good, he ain't gonna lose it.
Okay, well, that's very sweet of you to say. I love you in a major way. I didn't really have a plan, but you're the best, man. You're my best friend.
Just a couple of bros on a podcast giving each other compliments so it lasts, and you know it's so nice. I'm not gonna pass the mic over to Frank because I don't care what he says, because I just love him so much I wanna see what I says. And you know I love him so, and he is so great. That's my best friend Frank, and you can't even... Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good segment. I wish I knew how long I had on the rap battles.
I'm sorry.
In the middle of a line, Frank. I mean, not that it was good either way. Is that the end?
Yeah, that was the end.
All right. I thought that was pretty good.
That was fun.
Thank you guys for listening.
Oh, no, wait. I didn't mean the end of the show.
We have pizza waiting.
I know. We
Can
still
we
have
pause?
another
It's gonna
12
get stuck.
minutes.
12 minutes? No.
Trace, do you have anything? Can you hit us with something?
Do you guys have any predictions for this year in the pop culture world and your personal lives? Anything?
I have some predictions. I haven't thought of them. Don't even have them in my mind right now. I'm just going to keep talking and see if I get one.
Okay.
In the pop culture world, I think John Legend and Chrissy Teigen get a divorce this year.
He's married to Chrissy Teigen?
Yeah.
Isn't that the Flat Earth lady?
I don't know. She's
Am I thinking of the wrong
annoying.
lady?
She makes some nice cookware, but very annoying. I think Dr. Phil gets appointed to some part of Trump's cabinet. Once again,
How great
I'm
would it be if he
speaking
was,
as- I'm getting these words.
What if
as
he was
I'm
press secretary? That would be good.
Yeah. Is he a real doctor? Can you see if he's a real doctor?
don't
I think
know.
he probably is, right? Dr. Jill Biden is not a real doctor, so I mean, we can just... no. Philip McGraw, or Phil, is not a medical doctor. However, he does have a doctoral degree in clinical psychology, so he's a doctor for what he's doing.
Thank you, Dr. Phil, for helping me to believe in myself and for all the local artists out there.
Yeah, amen to
Where
that.
you just have to put the thing, you just have to type it.
You know the, what is it, back outside? Step outside? Girl, step outside?
Oh,
girl?
yeah. What's her name?
How about that? Step out.
Something bad
Bad
something?
Bunny. There she
Yeah,
is, and she
Bad
spells it with two
Baby.
H's. So that's yeah. She was on Dr. Phil,
She's 21 now? Oh, my gosh.
and now she's still like incredibly famous.
That's
She has
disturbing.
16 million Instagram followers. So we got to get on. How do we get on Dr. Phil?
I think it's too late for us.
He's a career maker. Oh, and be on the show. You got to have something interesting. I mean,
There's no
that's
way.
No. Anyway, you can try. In my personal life, I think that we will buy a new house in the next year. Probably be pregnant again within the next year. And then as far as my personal, professional, I would like to do some real paid comedy spots.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope 10. Not just at the club, but other places.
Well, I will
10 in a
save
year
my.
is not
I'll save
crazy.
my congratulations for you for the
next
end
year?
of next year. Yeah. Prediction. I don't know if it's a prediction really, but I do have a. I do think Trump during his presidency should, if he wants to remain alive, I think he
I did
needs
think of that
to
as a
stay
prediction, but I
in
thought
some
I
kind
shouldn't
of
say.
bunker. Maybe they should put the White House on the moon or something.
Well, it does have Elon running.
Yeah, there you go.
Doge.
But, this guy, Linguini
Yes.
killer
Yeah.
guy, Mr. Linguini.
Mr.
He
Handsome.
shot the healthcare CEO guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't really like that people are so happy with
well,
him.
I think it's a weird. Okay, conspiracy time. Boom, boom, boom. Predictions for the next year. Time for a little conspiracy. Boom, boom, boom. I wish it was like a news thing. Like,
That's your best jingle yet, I think.
You know, conspiracy. So you know this Eddie Redmayne show that just came out, Day of the Jackal.
No, I don't think so.
So it's a show where Eddie Redmayne, you know him.
I also
Empty
don't think so.
chairs at empty tables, where my friends went drink no more.
I'm not a huge musical guy.
Les Mis, you know, he plays the cute ginger guy. You know, there
Oh,
you
of
go.
course. Yes.
Yeah. So he has this new show, Day of the Jackal, where he plays a contract killer, very successful contract killer. It's basically like James Bond. He has the Latina wife and the kids, and they're tucked away in this little cabana thing, you know, whatever.
Nice.
Nobody knows what he does for a living. And he's a killer. He's a shooter. And he shoots like a CEO guy company in the first episode or whatever to get things kicked off. You know, he wears fake faces, whatever. It's a great thing because it's like James. They're trying to do James Bond. You know what I mean? Modern kind of, except he's a contract killer.
James Bond had a TV show with Robin Hood. And it's this. Is he killing just like
he's
evil
not,
rich
No,
guys?
he has no moral, I'm killing good people. He just wants the money.
Oh.
The good person in the story is the black female FBI agent that
Shut
chases
up.
him down.
That doesn't sound right.
She's actually pretty good on the show, though.
You're
I don't
telling
know.
me
I don't
the
know.
good guy of this show is a black woman? No way.
Well, anyway, representation. Anyway.
No, I'm fine with it.
Eddie Redmayne, though, there's this great thing because with like a James Bond spy type character, there's always some scene eventually where he has to fuck somebody he doesn't care about, but for the sake of his mission, he's got to fuck somebody. And in this show, it's just
I've been doing
a
that
guy.
last 5 years I've been married. Am I right up top?
In this show, it's a guy, which it makes sense, I guess, in the context of the story, but it kind of is like, it's just funny where it's like, we can't have any masculine, like straight ahead masculine figures.
Of course.
He's got to, when he's got to do the thing where he's got to like fuck somebody to get away with it, it's got to be a dude. You know what I mean? It's a good scene. It's a good show. It's not a good show.
Did you watch
but
it in the tub?
Anyway, though, why was I bringing up Eddie Redmayne? Oh, because this show comes out where he's killing like CEOs and stuff, and then not 2 weeks later, Mr. Linguini takes this guy out. And
his name is Luigi, right? Is his last name Linguini?
Luigi
Mangione, I believe.
Mangione.
Oh, you just kind of smushed the names.
Yeah, it's fine. People know who I'm talking
Yes,
about
of course.
for now. Anyway, so what concerns me, though, is like you're saying, there's this reaction to this where it's like, well, who's to say this guy doesn't deserve to get shot in the head?
Yeah.
Because if you're a conspiracy-ish kind of person, even on the left, like say you're very left, you go, well, yeah, those are evil people. We could try to do it by the law, but they own the law because they buy the lawmakers. So let's just power
Shoot
to the
'em.
people, take care of it, you know. And which is very dangerous. It's an incredibly dangerous way of thinking and looking at things. But there has been this reaction of like, okay, well, I shouldn't have done it. But,
Yeah.
And if you think back about the Trump shooting, like how many people were like,
Yeah. Why did he miss?
so close.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's almost like setting things up for like whoever shoots Trump is going to be like Sirhan, but a good guy or something. So that's
He
a little
helped save
stressful.
democracy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little stressful.
Yeah.
He shot Hitler kind of
Yes.
thing, you know. So I don't know. I don't think that's a good way to look at things.
No.
And it does feel a little weird because this high-level CEO of this healthcare company, supposedly it'd be hard to shoot that guy.
Well,
Yeah.
now wasn't that nice?
Are you doing Michael Jackson?
Aren't you grateful for the time we spent together? Unfortunately, we have come to the end of our podcast. We hope you enjoyed your stay. Now kindly, fuck off. Find something else to do. For there is nothing left for you here. Fuck off.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Thank you guys for watching
Da-na-na-na-na.
this podcast.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Maybe sometime you might want to.